All right, awesome, everyone. Thanks for being here. It looks like we got Tradesgiving in the house. Gonna give you the speaker invite there, so you should be able to hear me now. Tradesgiving, are you there?
Hey Luke, happy to be here and thank you everyone for
Hey,
coming. Super excited.
let's go. Glad to have you here. How's your? I guess what time is it for you? I forget which time zone you're in.
Awesome. It's 9 a.m. and yeah, excited to be here. Like, what time
Okay,
is it for you, man?
it's also 9. So there we go. I don't. Are you in the U.S. as well, or are you somewhere else?
Oh wow, yeah, awesome. Yes, I'm in San Francisco right now. How about you?
Ah, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm out by Portland, Oregon, so we're a good 10 hours away. Not too bad though.
Nice. Oh,
Not
that's
sh-
cool. I think I've always wanted to visit Portland. I think my friend goes to school there, and then he really likes like the nature vibes and then exploring the different places. So must be super fun there.
Yeah, it's the city has its issues, but we love the area because there's just a lot of mountains and hiking and different stuff around. So if you like seeing stuff outdoors, it's a great spot to be. If you like inner city stuff, it's still okay, but it's gone downhill a little bit since the last few years, unfortunately.
Oh, oof. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you all audience members for being here. Just want to give a shout out to Matt, Abdul, Leroy, Yanar, Gerald, Dunkyun. Hopefully I got that close. Umaru, Colafield, and Izyat. Izyavt. I always forget how to say your name. Icobese as well. So if you're just joining in, welcome. We're going to be talking about Defina. We have hopefully a showcase of the game as well. I just realized, I'm trying to remember how to screen share in the town hall setting. But
Yeah,
we'll
for
show the
sure.
game as well. But Tradesgiving, do you want to give just a kind of a short explanation before we show it off? How would you define Defina to someone that has never heard about the game
Um,
before? What would you kind of compare it to? What kind of genre would you say it is?
Sure. Yeah, before I do, first off, shouts to you, Luke, and the rest of the BZR team, Bethesda Dow team. I think it's been really awesome. Like, I've been following you guys for the past like year and a half, just like your research reports, your content, and then being able to work with you guys is like it's awesome. So then once I saw you guys like launch your Discord on Twitter, I just like immediately clicked it. I was like, oh, so I just like started
Awesome.
messaging everyone. Then yeah, then being able to work with Brad, you, and everyone else, that's like I was like, oh damn, that's crazy. I've been following these people for like a year and a half, and now I'm
That's
able to
awesome.
like work with them. So that's
That's
been like
super
a dream
cool.
come true.
Do
So
you remember the first report that you saw? I don't expect you to, but I'm just curious if you do.
let me see. I think I read much. I think it was Parallel. Then
Ah,
there's some
okay.
other ones, super OG ones, and then yeah,
Yeah, that parallel was a good one. That was an
I think you
early one.
guys were
That
the
was
first
so
people to
long.
like have those really in-depth research reports. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, super long ago, yeah. And yeah, for Defina, we're an MMA RPG game first built on B&B chain, and then we're also onboarding to Polygon in a few weeks to 2 months. We're still working with them, like talking to different people for like the marketplace, the exchanges and stuff to have that ongoing. And yeah, Defina's a super fun game. Like I see a lot of our members here. We have like a Sharoon, Umaru, and a bunch of other people that wants to come. So hopefully they'll trickle in. And we're a super awesome community-based game where we're constantly asking for suggestions from the community. I think our world lore and community backstories were all written by our community members, which is super awesome. And then whenever we have game testing, we invite our most like active and loyal players. Like we have a Sharoon and Umaru here. They game tested the Guild Wars like 2 weeks before it came out for everyone. So then and then for the previous bug testing too. And yeah, there's just so much fun things to do, and there's like so many characters that you can fall in love with and get to know their backstories. I think there's been a few community members who have written like literally 15 to 20 page long like lore, like love stories between like the Athena Aegis faction. Now I mean we have four factions: Athena Aegis, Prometheus Fire, Thor's Book, and Ouroboros. And I think everyone just falls in love with different characters. Like my personal favorites like Hanzo and Hector from the second patch we have right now. And yeah, there's just so much fun things to do. And we're a auto battler game, and there's different game modes. I mean, we can show it in the gameplay patch. There's like adventure mode, there's guild wars, equipment crafting, then there's skill tree, and then I'm just super excited about this new patch because it involves a lot more social gameplay. Since our previous versions, we had a lot of fun game modes like adventure mode, Vehicles Tower, and all these other ones are more single player or one-on-one, like PvP arena. But Guild Wars brings like an entire different viewpoint of us having 10 different people. Then as we expand the guild slots to like 50 to 100 people working together to fight against other guilds and just having a fun time, and maybe forming alliances too with each other. So
Yeah,
super excited about that.
I think that's a huge key. I think nowadays, I think gaming, you know, there's still a lot of people that play single player games or just want to play a multiplayer game by themselves. But I think overall, gaming over the last decade or two has really shifted towards that social aspect and community and making friends or building up a guild. So the fact that you guys have that, I think that's a huge win to give it more of that team oriented feel.
Dude, yeah, exactly. I think you literally hit it on where I literally was talking to a random dude in the gym. Then I think he was like curious about Web3 gaming. Then I think I mentioned about how interoperable it is, how you can like have utilities from NFTs to another game and then vice versa. And more importantly, like the community aspect. Like I think for him, he said he had a World of Warcraft group he played with for 8 years. But then he's like, oh man, they keep playing I think they're now playing Lineage, but he's like, I don't really like that game. I mean, I hope they play like another game too. But then I wish I could like transfer my assets. I'm like, oh dude, that's literally Web3 gaming, dude. Like, we're able to transfer communities and move from game to games, stay close together, and then use your assets that you loved and worked so hard on for years to have applications to others and do collaborations just like what we're doing right here. So super
Sweet.
awesome to hear that.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to have you. Do you, is it time? Should we show off the game a little bit? Because I think it's a game that most people might not be familiar with the style or the type of gameplay. So I think it would be interesting if you just walk me through and we can kind of learn together and give people a sneak peek. Does that sound good to you?
Awesome. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, first, a little embarrassing, but, you know, I'm more used to running town or AMAs and town halls and stuff like that on YouTube, Twitter, Spaces, all that. What I didn't look up was that in this stage channel, town hall channel, we actually can't screen share. So I'm going to move over to the Hangout channel and ask that you guys would as well, so that we can actually show off the game. If you can't move yourself, if you're, you know, listening and not having Discord open, I'll just move over there, or move you over there. So everyone jump over to the Hangout channel. I'll see you there.
See you there.
There we go. All right, let's see if I can move people over here. The town hall stuff is really interesting. It's kind of nice to run a town hall, but also I don't know why Discord would take away features from the town hall. It makes no sense.
Right. I mean, actually, well, yeah, I'm curious, like, what was I remember you guys talking about a software development kit you guys were working on. Like, was it Babylon, right? Like,
yeah, Babylon.
Yeah. Like, what was the main function of that? I'm curious.
Yeah, so that's for games to start plugging in developers. Basically, it's in its simplest is a wallet solution. There'll be more beyond that, but the idea, if you haven't seen the demo, is that as players log into your game in more of a Web 2 sense, you know, just username and password, things that gamers are going to be much more familiar with, even if they know nothing about NFTs or crypto, they can just plug that in, and then the wallet will be created for them in the background. And as they pick up, you know, in-game gold or items, it just goes straight into their wallet. So, you know, they don't have to worry about, well, what's my seed phrase? Like, I don't even understand crypto or NFTs. Like, it's already going to be stored for them. So it gives an opportunity for gamers who don't know about crypto to really jump into any Web3 game, which is, I think, pretty exciting.
Whoa, that's awesome. Like, I remember, what's it called? Those people, I think the Skyweaver team, they made a wallet called Sequence, I think, right? And then that sounds similar, but then I'm not sure whether they emphasize the in-game, like, coins and assets and stuff. So, yeah, that could be a really awesome, like, differentiator.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to see how Babylon develops.
Our hope is that any gamer can walk into a Web3 game, right? And I think that's one of the things that's really stunted the space, besides, you know, all the hate about NFTs and the misunderstandings or just not enough education out there yet. I think the other one is just it's a huge barrier, right? Of you gotta know a lot about wallets and NFTs and crypto before you can start playing a lot of these games. But we can talk more about that later. I think you should all be able to see live screen share if you just click over onto the screen share that I am showing right now to see the game Defina. So walk me through here, Tradesgiving. I want to know, I know I'm on a different account here with some more characters and things unlocked, so we're not seeing necessarily the exact start of the game, but walk me around. What should I be doing? What would you say about this game first?
Awesome, let's do it. Super excited. Yeah, feel free to click the top left red guy. We can click like the different profile picture. So yeah, you can feel free to select any profile picture that you want with all of our awesome characters.
I unlocked that one.
Yeah, actually, oh, that's a cool thing. I think that's like the hacker man profile picture where it was given to people who could find like really crazy bugs and help fix the game. So then I think a couple people just got that. So
okay.
Ultimate
So
hacker man.
are all these unlocked as I start the game, or do you kind of unlock those as you play?
Oh yeah, like as you get each character, you'll be able to unlock each profile picture. Then if you click the dashboard hero tab on the next one, you can click each character that you have and have them display on the screen. So whoever's your favorite character, you can have them display. I think Hanzo is like the one with the mask that's like right next to Zoro on the left. Then I think she's my favorite character in that game. Yeah, then
profile pic frame. Okay, so you got some fun different little aesthetics and cosmetics here. Let's go. We gotta go with the pipe, right?
Oh yeah, George. He reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator.
That's awesome. Okay, and then we got some. I'm guessing these are different. Are these crypto tokens? Or are these just in-game currencies? Is this like an energy? What are these mean up here in the top right?
Yeah, great question. The first one's like with the electric sign is stamina. So then depending on how many characters you have, the more stamina you get. So you gotta get like 20, 40, 60 stamina, depending on the different, how many characters you have. Then after that, like the middle ones like our Fina token. Then the third one will be our guild points, which we'll be using for guild wars later. Okay.
And so this stamina, do I have to go out and buy NFT heroes? Do I get some for free? Is this free to play at all? How does that work?
Yeah, great question. It replenishes daily. So then if you have 40 stamina depending on your character, then you'll get 40 automatically. Then sometimes during adventure mode or arena mode, you might be able to win some stamina potions too to replenish your stamina too. So I think it rewards people based on how skillful they play or certain activities, like, or if they interact socially with other players, and they'll be able to get these rewards to keep on playing even further for different game modes. Cool.
All right, and then down here, I'm assuming these are the different heroes I own. Bag is just gonna be, well, that's a lot of items here.
Yep. Yeah, we got like for the game test, like a bunch of different ones you can use, but yeah, if you want to click on the heroes tab, you'll be able to look at each hero's like different skills, the equipment they have and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so then, yeah, you have all your different characters, so you can like scroll down to see all the characters you have from the demo. So then I think depending on what everyone's like favorite artwork and everything is, it's like they can select whatever characters they want. And then for the 5 different plus signs, you can attach equipment to it. So then I think feel free to click one of those, and yeah. So then we have 5 different equipment slots you can use with different bonuses and everything.
Okay. So help me understand, because obviously, you know, I've probably said this before, but maybe not everyone knows. I'm not like the biggest fan, or it's not that I'm against it. I'm just not as familiar with, you know, animes and JRPGs and stuff like that. Is this kind of in that style? Is this kind of in that Japanese style? Is this, you know, or I guess what's kind of the inspiration for the art itself?
Also, no worries. And yeah, like you mentioned, it's like a Japanese anime art style. And I think the really cool thing about this is that even if the art style is in like anime RPG, the lore behind the different characters are really cool. They come from all diverse background. Like we have Zoro right there. We have Akechi. We have Erwin. We have Homer. We have Mozart right there in the top left with the piano. We have Robin Hood on the right with the bow and arrow. Then we have Jane the Ark right there. We have Beowulf on the left of her. So then all
Okay.
these different heroes come from different cultures, and I think that ties into our global theme where a lot of people can connect with whatever ones they have. So we have Sheva right there, Chopin
Nice.
right there. Yeah, so all these different cultures coming together to play this one game. We have Homer on the left, then Hercules on the left, I mean, Tesla right here. I mean, not Elon Musk Tesla, but other Tesla.
Right.
Edison, yeah,
So-
then
so-
Morgan.
All these characters that people might recognize or at
Oh,
least
did you
recognize.
have a question already?
Yeah, I was gonna say the people that maybe recognize the character, recognize the name. Is that you guys doing partnerships with these characters? Are these just like characters that are from olden days that are trademark free? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, like you mentioned, like old characters are trademark free. So Jack the Ripper right there. I think he's a fan favorite amongst our women audience. They love him. Then we have Arthur too on the left of him too. Then Caesar, she's on the left right there with the schoolgirl outfit. She's like a simp favorite.
Yikes. All right, so then I noticed some rarity. We got X, SSS, stuff like that. I'm just assuming that that means they're more powerful.
Yeah, we have different tiers, like our free mint, like the B tier. It's like the weakest, but allows them to try out the game. Then we have A, SS, or AS, SS, SSS. Then we have the X2. Then we have the different levels and stuff. Then the cool thing about this latest patch is that now that you have equipment and you have this skill tree thing, which allows you, it's in another tab under alchemy, which we can show later, where it can also bounce out the playing fields and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, before we jump into all these other tabs here, because it looks like there's a good amount of content to cover here, can we just jump into a game just to see what the actual battle? I know you said it's an auto battle. Can we see what that's like?
Sure, let's do it. Let me see. Yeah, feel free to click adventure mode. Then we can try out the different ones and try
So
Area
this,
6.
This is like the single player story mode?
Yeah, single player mode. Then try battle 5 right there.
Ooh, okay.
Then you can click or actually you can exit. Then you can click X. Then click formation to click any of your characters that you want to fight with.
I see. Okay. So is there a method to this strategy? Is it just I pick my strongest heroes? What should I be thinking?
Exactly. I think that's the cool thing about this. Like, it can be as simple or as complex as you want. So then if you match different characters with the same factions, then they'll get more bonuses. You can match them with the same elements, or 2 or 4, and they can get more effects depending on if there is. So we have some people who love to do like 2 and 2, like 2 faction members and 2 of another one. Some others, they love to like 3 and 1. Others love to do like all 4 of them. Same for elements too. And then with the items, it comes in a whole different factor. So I think there's like so many different ways you can go about it.
Okay. And then there's some. Oh, this is like my arena. If I wanted to go battle there, I see. Okay. So
Okay.
different formations between front row, back row. We got different elements to combine on our teams for extra bonuses. And then let's say, hey, we want this as our team. We'll swap out this guy for the cool half man, half mech. It kind of looks like to me. And we just save it, and that will be our team in battle now. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, the team looks OP. I think they'll probably like one-shot them or something.
Okay, alright. And is this who I'm facing here? I can see pre-hand who we're going against.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think that's the cool thing about the different ones. Like adventure mode, you can kind of practice for playing arena mode. I think arena mode gets really crazy. Like, I think I've seen some guilds and players, they change their builds daily just to like stay on top of like the number, like top 10 positions.
Wow. Okay, so then I'm assuming, correct me if I'm wrong, quick battle would be it just does it without us watching, and fight would be let's actually go see the battle.
Right, yeah, exactly. So then you can only do quick battle after you beat it and get 3 stars. But yeah, feel free to
Well, let's
play
jump into a
too,
fight.
so.
I want to see what it actually looks like here. Okay.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, she just one-shotted him. Yeah, I think a lot of these characters, I think Sophie leveled them up like super high, so I think that
She wanted me
probably
OP,
all shit.
huh?
Here comes the ultimate. Here we go.
Oh god.
Smacking them off.
Yeah, it's definitely got that anime vibe.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I like that ultimate pose. And another cool thing is
Wow,
with
that
this
was
new
quick.
patch. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, there's this evading factor now, so our old patchers didn't have that. So now there's like a entirely new RNG factor where like you can totally miss and then you can fight back and forth. So then I think that happened to me the other day where I think for sure I was going to die. Like I had 2 characters left and they had 4 characters left. But then I think he just ended up missing for no reason, like automatically for some reason, and then I just ended up winning somehow just because of the evading factor. So then I think that's really cool.
Gotcha. So I'm assuming that looked very short and it wasn't like super scary or intense because our team is overpowered. But I'm assuming as you start out, it's a lot more back and forth. I don't even think the other team got a hit, did they?
Oh, right. Yeah, if you want to get intense, we can go into arena mode to like fight against.
All right. Yeah, let's check it out. Might as well. All right.
Yeah, so,
How long typically does an arena match against another player take?
Let me see. It might take like probably 8 to 12 turns ish. But yeah, then the cool thing is that you can select different arena modes too. X mode's like the hardest one.
Okay.
Then you can like on the bottom right corner you can check SSS, SSS, and then
I see.
So they rotate between different days. So then I think this also incentivizes people to try out different characters too, since they also get rewards on different regions too. Yeah, so yeah, for free to, I think.
So do I just click challenge?
Yeah, for free to, or the middle right, you can change your team also to like make them more OP or something. But
this guy? No, that's history.
Yeah, those are replays too. Then that one's arena.
All right. So give me the team that's gonna win. What's the strat here?
Let's see. You can probably take out the top right Nightingale and replace her with Arthur, who's like level 50, like the one with the crazy sword. JK.
Oh, he's already there.
You can select Morgan, like the level 30 one with the wait. There's Zhao Yun. Wait, try to scroll to the right a little bit.
Okay.
Or to there's that level 80 dude. He's OP.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Then maybe you can replace Sheva, the bottom left one, with Solomon, who's like the level 60 one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
does it matter here, like if it's left back, mid back, or right back? Does that matter at all?
Oh yeah. I think that's another big factor too. Good question. Different characters, they attack different skills. So then some characters they attack like forward, like the front and back of that. Some people they attack diagonal. Some people they attack like area of effect. Some people they single target like either the front or back. So then you can strategize like how you want to play and defeat different teams.
Cool. All right, sweet. So this is looking decent, I would say, based on what you're telling me here.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get this.
So we just go challenge?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Can you get this win? Let's see.
All right.
Okay. I'm not sure. This team could be tough. Like.
Yeah.
Do you notice that just based on the levels they are? Do you notice their combinations just by heart now? You have it memorized or what?
Yeah, I think for the old characters I have them memorized, but the new characters not so much. But yeah, I think he should be good with this battle, but yeah, we'll see. Then yeah, if you want to speed it up, you can click the bottom right, like the 1x one.
Okay.
So that'll speed it up, and then
is this in like real time? Like, is the other player here watching as well? Did they already submit this team and we're just watching a replay essentially? Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think this is more of like a replay of it. So I think the cool thing is that you're able to go on the other tab where you can look at your past history matches and you can replay and see all the matches you played, whether that be actively or wow, you're smashing him. Okay, I did not know. Wow, you smashed him.
We're overpowered. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, ultimately super smashed him. Wait, I forgot what I was saying.
You're saying so? Does the other player they would come back later if they weren't live and they could rewatch the match? Is that how that works?
Yeah, exactly. So you can rewatch it, then you can share with your friends or something. Or I think something the community often does is like they're like, oh hey, I just played you today. Then they're like, oh what? Like, well, how'd it happen? Then they just like send them a replay of it. And
nice. Okay. That's similar to what I've experienced with Splinterlands and their tournament mode, where you kind of set up your lineup and then as the other player submits, if they haven't already, you can come back and watch it once they have. So,
nice. What game was it?
Splinterlands, the card game.
Oh, Spencer, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that's fun. That was we got a good whooping on them. Lewis just asked in the chat, why did you choose the anime magma style or manga style of the drawing in the game? Are there any particular reasons and explanations?
Let me see. Wait, who said it? Leroy or who?
Lewis just now in the lounge chat.
Oh, nice. Oh, I think it was ultimately like the devs. I think they really love like the anime manga style. So then, yeah, honestly, they just love it. So then, I think that kind of just brought the community together. Like whoever like really loved that style just brought it in. So I think that was one thing that attracted me to the team, like the artwork for sure. I think Defina was the first like Web3 game where I just saw the artwork and I was like, whoa, this is like really crazy.
Sweet. All right, well, let's round this out and then we can jump into more of the questions that have come in. Anything you want to say about the other tabs we didn't get to explore? I know the Guild Wars was a huge one. I don't know if you want to explain that one real quick, maybe?
Oh, sure. So then, yeah, the different tabs like Alchemy, you'll be able to upgrade your other heroes too. So then you can upgrade the different skills you have. So they have like levels 1 through 6 to depending on how OP they are. And then you have these different sub skills like the Thunder Sign, the Frost Sign and everything. The Resonance, you'll be able to transfer those different skills. Awakening, you'll be able to have these other mini skills too. So then maybe your character was weak in one aspect, but now with this new update, you'll be able to have all these other features in which you can do that too. Then same thing for equipment merge. You can utilize these different blueprints to create these new awesome features or weapons to also upgrade your character. So I think with this new patch, what I really liked about it was that it's able to balance the scales of all the different fighting and everyone being able to customize to bounce out their characters to however they're liking.
Yeah, so it sounds like the main gameplay loop, what keeps you coming back, is really upgrading your you know, it sounds like they got a lot of stuff going on between, you know, merging and crafting and powering up your heroes, getting new ones, leveling up. So is any of that
exactly? So then I think that was something we changed.
Oh, you cut out for a second.
When we first started, like a year and a half, like 2 years ago. Oh wait, go ahead. Yeah, sorry, I was like lagging a bit. So
no, yeah, no worries. I was just gonna say, is any of that like, you know, some Web3 games, they have all these fun leveling systems, but they're gated by, hey, you need a certain amount of NFTs or tokens or anything like that. Is there some of that here, or is this just, hey, as you come in free to play, like you're gonna be able to get all the equipment that you need? You know, how does that work with NFTs?
Oh yeah, great question. I think when they initially come in, they can mint heroes for free, like B heroes. They just need to pay the gas fee. Then I think as time goes on, they'll be able to progress throughout the game. Like if they want other heroes, then they can go in the marketplace to get stronger ones. Then the cool thing about that is that the experience, the different skills, the equipment, I think they all get retained on or not the equipment, but the skills and leveling, they all get retained on the character. So maybe someone else, they put in the time to level up their character and then someone else wants that, so then they sell that to that person. And I think also being involved in our community too. So I think we also reward people who want to participate, but they don't really like that competitive aspect like Arena, Guild Wars. So if they participate in our other community events like a meme contest or something, or like helping us do like different marketing campaigns, then they also get in-game items to help progress with their characters too. So I think we're able to appeal to a wider audience by having the competitive people get rewarded, by having the more artsy people who love creating like a UGC, then having the more casual players come in and look at the different artworks, play the different characters. So I think we try to appeal to a wide audience with that way.
Cool. And then I'm assuming this guild tab is the Guild Wars you guys just added.
Oh yeah, sure. Then yeah, the town hall, you get to click on your guild. Then I'm not sure whether Sophie's in the guild. Oh, okay, so she joined the guild, or I think she probably made the guild. To the moon, nice. Then yeah, I think with the guild feature, it's gonna be really awesome. You're able to invite all your friends and whoever you want to recruit. You can recruit like the most OP people, or recruit your friends and play casual or whatever. Then I think with the other tabs like Guild Wars, I think whenever there's a tournament that's being set up, so then I think for this one, it already got set up, but then there's
Okay.
going to be different tournaments that people can play in that are scheduled. I think for the live game, the next one will be scheduled after Lunar Year's like happens and everything, so like 1 to 2 weeks later. So then people get matched up and then they can constantly fight. And I remember there's this one question someone asked where they're like, "Oh, how do we match the different players and different guilds?" So then I think as they win more, they get matched with other guilds that win more. Then as they lose more, they get matched with other players that lose more too. So then it kind of balances out over time.
I see. I see. And how do the guild wars work? Is every player, I get to put in one character? Is it every player is matched up against a different player, and you kind of take the wins and losses from each person?
Oh, great question. So yeah, I wish the tournament was live, but then there's different buildings that people can control, and then within those buildings, you have to face these monsters or the other team's characters to take control of that building. So I think the more time they control the buildings, the more points they accumulate, and then whoever gets the most points until that time period ends like wins. So if the guild battle lasts for 2 days, then whoever controls the most buildings or most important buildings for those 2 days, they get the most points and they get more rewards as opposed to the other team.
Sweet. And then I saw we have anything you want to mention about Nightmare City or Mystic Farm real quick?
Oh sure, feel free to click Nightmare City. I think this one's like super fun.
Okay.
So then those red orbs you get awarded from playing Guild Wars and other games, and then from these you can explore different levels. And yeah, feel free to click challenge. Then we can try it out. It'll be fun.
So is this like a weekly different events or challenges?
Right. So then I think it resets every Monday and Thursday. Then yeah, if you like scroll back, then you'll be able to fight some monsters. Then yeah, feel free to click the dog
I
one.
see.
Then
Okay.
yeah, nice. So yeah, feel free to click whatever characters you want.
That's pretty funny. Okay, I see. And
Oh, nice 3v4. Wow,
yeah,
you're wild.
well, does it really matter? I mean, I'm just this strong,
You're so big, yeah. Exactly. So I think the crazy thing about this is that I think there's around 100 levels for this difficulty, and then as you progress through each map, they get stronger and stronger and stronger. So then I think I've seen some people battle some level 80 monsters, and those get like really intense.
I see. Oh, it's almost like a roguelite. You gotta pick which. I'm assuming this goes throughout the week for these challenges, whatever buff we want.
Yeah, exactly. So then you have these different items you can do, and then I think the characters can only get healed when you go like a certain distance, like that medical kit at the top right, top left. I mean, then yeah. So then you have to somehow survive and beat them.
That definitely reminds me. If you ever played, what is it, Slay the Spire?
Oh, no, never heard of it. But is it like similar?
It's not a Web3 game. It's a Web2 game, but it's a roguelike card game. So you kind of get to pick which route you want to go, and you face you have an encounter, and then you have to decide, do I want to go get the buff? Which buff? Do I want to go heal? Do I want to fight another monster? It's just kind of different things pop up, but similar thoughts that like you pick your buffs as you go, and you try to use that and create the best builds that you can to get further and further.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds fun. And yeah, I think that's the thing I like about Defina. You just constantly innovate and find the best builds. So then one build may be strong against another, but another may be strong against that. So then we have all these players like competing against each other. So then previously in our old version, it would be these like really hardcore PvP players constantly changing their builds daily. But then I think now that we have Guild Wars, it'll be all of these members coordinating together to like work together to balance out their strengths and weaknesses. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah.
I'm curious about Koala Field's question. Says when mobile, because as you're describing this, this is something that I feel like, to me, if personally I was gonna play this, I would want to download an app and just have it on my phone. I could pull out my phone when I'm on a 15-minute break, play some quick matches. This. Not that I wouldn't ever play it on desktop, but that's how I would imagine and picture myself playing it more often.
Yeah, Koala, like you really literally read our minds. It's live on iOS and Android, perfect. And yeah, like you mentioned, like I remember I was like trying to like buy some like rolled ice cream, and then I was like, oh, I have an extra like 15 minutes, so I just like turned on Defina, then did like the daily quests, and then yeah, that was that. So I think that's like perfect for those environments where maybe you're in a car or train, or you're just like chilling somewhere and you just want to play Defina for a bit or chat with your guildmates. So yeah, so
Cool.
perfect for that.
Qualifield follow up. The Play Store, is it in there as well? Or is it even iOS and Android? Is this like a test flight thing that you have to download, or is it an actual app you can just download right now?
Oh yeah, right now it's on the test flight. Then for Android, yeah, I think it's also on the testing. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, I think they're both live on our website. So if you want to check it out, you can feel free to download on there.
Sweet. Cool. Well, feel free to keep writing questions. Maybe this is a good time to kind of scroll back up and go through some of the original questions that were submitted. We probably got about a half hour or so, and then we'll pick a few of our favorites. So, Trades Giving, I have some in mind as we go. But if you also want to choose a favorite question or two for the SS Hero giveaway, then feel free to do that. But are you good for the hard, tough hitting questions now, Trades Giving?
Oh yeah, I'm down for all the hard
Okay.
ones and all the fun ones. Like,
Cool,
feel free
cool.
to go ahead.
All right, well, let's just start back at the top from yesterday. Abdul, who are your strategic partners and investors? What benefits do you get from those relationships? And do you have any plans to leverage these partnerships?
Yeah, great question. Let me pull up our official investors. Then we also have some really awesome partners. Like we've been partnering with Infinigods, Azure Games, Decentraland. We have actually I pretty much reached out to all my favorite communities like Balthazar DAO. We have Atmos. Then let me pull it up right now. Did a giveaway of Game 7, Wolves DAO. Let me check. Legendary Heroes on Chain. Oda Clan, shout out to them. Shout out to all these people. We just did some giveaways with them. Real HC, Fog DAO, Mecha Fight Club. Let me check the other ones. And yeah, pretty much there's like a bunch more, but yeah, we just
I'm
reach
sure
out to
there's
our favorite
plenty to
ones.
go through. I'd be more
Right.
curious, what do you do with those partnerships? Because some people, like, hey, we're partners and we list it on our site, but then they don't do anything together. So, it's kind of like, what's the point? So, what types of things do you guys do with those relationships?
Exactly, great question. So then I think we're all about fostering long-term partnerships. So I think it's like what we're similarly doing here, like for AMA right now. And then I think once you guys kick-started your Discord, I think I invited in total 240 people to like the Discord to bring in. Then I just try to provide as much value as possible to our partners and vice versa with you here now, like
Cool.
giving us exposure for our patch. So that's really awesome. Then I remember for Civitas, they had a new AR feature on their website. So I was helping promote that to our gamers and they really loved that. Where we did a fun collab where we did AR of their character and then we did that right next to a video or artwork of our character and then we collabed. Then yeah, the
Cool.
other fun ones that we've done, I think that's the first one thought I can think of the top of my head.
Yeah,
Azure
yeah.
Games, we just did like a quest with them. Yeah, right. I think in their hopefuls chat they have yeah, I've seen some hopeful pictures in here. So shout out to the hopefuls Azure Games. And I actually met with their team at the Game 7 SF conference and they were super cool. Shout out to Ken and Mark and everyone else. Then what's it called? Yeah, Azure Games. We did like a quest event with them to help promote our patch. And yeah, I just try to think of the most fun collaborations we can do. And I think hopefully we do some intergame integration with other games too in the future. Then for our investors on our website, we have OKX Ventures, Hobie Ventures. We also partnering officially with BNB Chain and Polygon, Seedify. Then we have Engine Starter 2. Then we have some
Sweet.
other ones like Dutch Crypto, Oracle Investment Groups,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's a bunch more on our website. And
Sounds like you
yeah,
guys are well connected. So that's great to hear.
awesome. Yeah, we try our best. I think we just try to have that mindset where we find people who are doing cool stuff or we try to partner with our favorite people. So I think that's what I really liked about our approach to that.
Sweet. Well, we're going to move on to Leroy's question, which he's from Castle Blackwater, coming on tomorrow. And I know they have some spicy hot takes about economy. I know that they love to think and dream about balancing their economy. So Leroy's interested to hear from you. What are some thoughts about the Defina economy? His questions: how do you ensure that players don't drain your economy by constant flow of value extraction and avoid a collapse? And follow up: how do you make sure enough value will be injected in order to have a balanced economy?
Yeah, great question. Honestly, to be totally blunt, like initially we totally fucked up the economy since I think for, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be completely
Hey,
transparent.
I think people appreciate transparency above all. So thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So yeah, great question. I think for our economics, we were above average since we were one of the first Web3 games. We were above average since for like a tokenomics. Like back then, there were teams that were like their investment. What's that word called? Where like they released their tokens like right away from the team. Like their vesting period was like literally like instantly and stuff. So then for us, it was like a year later for our team, and then for the economics, it was like over the course of a year or two. So then other teams were like 3 months, 1 month. So then we were like, oh, okay, we're setting up for long term. But I think since we were so early, we didn't really know what that actually meant. Then for the economy, we had we had different game modes where people would. It was kind of similar to the super like OG games where they would grind and then it'll be like a daily quest where they just like get tokens from adventure mode, PvP mode. So we'd have people getting their ROI in literally like 2 weeks. Like then we, as time goes on, they get it in like 4 weeks. They get it in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But then I think since we released so many tokens, that was like very detrimental for the price. So then I think now that we took all those lessons, we were able to analyze and improve on this newest patch where we reward a lot of social and skillful gameplay. So then all the rewards get put into guild wars where people have to be social and interact and work together, or they in PvP arena where they have to have the strongest builds and play in the different tiers to work together. Or they can also have that approach where we're constantly having community events like fan artworks, the best memes, the best for example, my teammate Kermit, shouts to him, he created this Flex Your NFT campaign where if you help us market by taking a screenshot of your NFT, you get in-game items, which will allow you to earn a lot easier in the game. So then we're having all these new sinks and new burns, and we have a more advanced and robust economic system where it's a lot more long-term sustainable. It's not a constant, like, you just go in, then it's like a daily grind where you just like click a few buttons and then you earn some money. It's more like actually skillful social gameplay, and I think we're now something that we're proud of us really reworking our economy to have it long-term sustainable. So I think us doing that along with us creating an awesome game, fostering these long-term partnerships and everything will be really fun and really be productive for us in the future.
Yeah, I think it's awesome that you guys are, taking your lessons and trying to improve things, because I think, as you said, maybe version 1 isn't the best, and you take that and you learn from it, because all these play to earn games, all these NFT games, right? Like, we're so early in this that there's not a specific playbook. There isn't a, hey, here's the answer for a perfect economy in a game when you're adding crypto. And if there was that, then obviously a lot more games would have it down right. And I think no one's found that magic bullet quite yet, or at least maybe we haven't found that perfect combination. But I think as long as you guys can say like, hey, like, here are the mistakes that we made and here's what we're doing to change that, I think that's huge.
Exactly. So I think that's one thing I really love about our team. Like we're not afraid to fail. We're not afraid to be innovative, and then we just kickstart it, and then from there we just do something. We learn from it, then we constantly improve and improve. And I think that's what brought our team really close. Like our team's super close, and also our core community too. Of us like constantly chatting with each other, and us like constantly trying to do what's best for the community. So then us learning together and being hands in action. Then I think the cool thing is that a lot of the team and community were like bear tested. So then we survived the past 2 years together, and now we're fostering. So we have a really tight knit community that's like, I think we survived the worst of the worst. So then, yeah, I think we're a lot stronger from that. So really proud of our community and team for that.
Sweet. Love it. All right, people, you can continue submitting questions. I know we're still at the top. We got about 15 minutes left, so maybe we'll get through some of these a little bit quicker. Whenever you launch future game content, will this be decided by Defina and developers, or does the community play a big part in this decision?
Oh wait, let me see. Whenever you launch future game, Oh yeah, yeah. The community plays a major part for sure. Yeah, like yeah. Um, we have some community members in here that actually play tested the Guild Wars patch, and then they play tested like the previous patches for the past 1.5 years. We have people who, I think all of our world lore and character backstories are on our website. They're all written by characters. A lot of the stickers and emojis that are written, I think they're pretty much all community made. Then all the suggestions, I think we constantly have our awesome moderators like Mochuk and Ariel, like community managers. They get suggestions and they send it straight to the team Slack. We have a Slack channel called Community Feedback and Bug hashtag Bug Reports where they send it right to the dev team. So yeah, I think we're constantly having community play a big part in it for sure.
Sweet. How about for those who aren't maybe fans of turn-based or auto battlers? How can you convince that this game will be fun to play in the long term? What's your pitch?
Oh, sure. So then with the latest game patch, I think the social guild play will be super fun. Like right now, I'm in the guild at Acid Lions, so shout out to them. Like we're all chatting in the guild to like find out what's the best way to go about Guild Wars. Like what's the best way to find like the beat adventure mode and find those scrolls. So then having that social aspect would be super fun. Then for other people, they really love the artwork and falling in love with the different characters and playing their characters and talking about that and interacting with the fun community. So actually, I think we have a lot of members that are more casual about the actual game. They just like to play it sometimes, but in terms of the community, they love to come in and chat daily with us on Telegram and Discord since we always like our troll and we always like have fun with each other. So I think those are some major aspects. Then for different game modes, we are gonna have a dungeon roguelike gameplay where you'll be able to control one character, then you'll be able to scroll around and play in a tower and fight different monsters. So it'll be like a third person point of view where it'll be up close, and then I think that you'll be able to have a lot more free control of that. So I think the devs are constantly thinking of different fun game modes we can do. So it won't just be turn-based gameplay, but it'll be a lot of different game modes too.
Great. And then what's kind of your thinking and philosophy on Web3 gaming? IcoBeast wants to know, is it most important to focus on fun, profit, social interaction, or something else?
Yeah, great question. I think definitely like having that. I think there's like so many different aspects, but yeah, I think it comes down to having an amazing game that people love coming back to. Then part of that comes from having different aspects like the social gameplay, like we're adding with the Guild Wars, having people fall in love with the lore. Like we have people creating the different world backstories and character backstories. Then all these different features, like we have the competitors who love playing PvP arena, they love customizing their skills. Then we have the people who love creating like content, whether that be memes, whether that be creating videos or Twitter posts, Twitter threads. So shout out to the alpha hunters and stuff. And yeah, so I think we try to appeal to I think all these various audiences and to create a more interactive experience. So whether you want to be a content creator, whether you want to be a hardcore PvP player, whether you want to casually chill and chat with our moderators or chat with the other members, I think there's always a spot for you in Defina.
Sweet. Well, I think you touched on a couple of IcoBeast's other questions, so I'll jump to his last one here. What about fraud, cheating, player disputes in a blockchain game? It doesn't in Web2 game. It doesn't generally impact the financial position of regular players, but effects of cheating are much farther reaching in Web3 games. So, how do you guys think about that for Defina?
Yeah, great question. I think we're constantly monitoring for any activity that seems like suspicious. So I remember last time there was a botting issue, and then we solved that, and then I think we blacklisted their NFTs and accounts for a few months, so they were unable to cash out the rewards and able to play for a bit. But then they were able to do that later on. So I think after that incident, I don't think there's any bots like at all like as much anymore. There's only those random spam trollers that come in the Discord, but we try to ban them right away.
Gotcha. Good to hear. Good to hear. All right, I think you already answered the question of matchmaking in Guild Wars. So let's jump to Showroon's second question about the market feature. When I bid equipment, when someone bid higher, what will happen to my bid? I'm assuming you just lose.
Yeah, I think unless they cancel their bid, yeah, I think they usually will get their bid prioritized. But yeah, so unless the bid gets canceled, then I think they'll probably get it. But yeah, if their bid gets canceled, then you'll probably win the bid.
Can you just bid again and bid more?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can like constantly bid. So then, oh yeah, that's another big aspect. The bidding, and also there's a new aspect of betting. So then, I think that's going to be appeal to new audience too, where you can bet on whoever your favorite guilds are to win on certain
Ah,
matches. So then, yeah, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's a totally big point that we're bringing in for sure.
interesting. All right, Isam has got a pretty large question, so I hope you're ready here. It's undeniably true that Defina has recently got an amazing patch. There you go, Guild Wars. Has introduced to us new multiple game modes. However, these new modes are mostly competitive, hence they require a high quality player base. Furthermore, as in-game market and Web3 game is great, but it needs to increase the growth population of players in order to let the economy circle in a healthy manner. So my question is, what is the team's main priority now? Is it just to continually build during this bear market, or perhaps pause for a while and consider the implementation of a number of daring market strategies for the current patch? Wow. Okay. Great question. That was a lot. So let me know if you want me to repeat any part of that.
Yeah, great question. Shouts to he's actually one of our most like loyal and active players. He's one of our Defina Knights. Then
There you go.
you see,
I
yeah, I think
figured
right
he
now,
was. That seems like a
oh yeah,
very
yeah,
specific question of someone that's played for a while.
exactly, yeah, yeah. He's super awesome. He helps answer questions in the chats. He helps keep the chats live, and he has some sus comments here and there, but overall very chill. But let me see. Uh, yeah, I think right now with our guild wars, right now we need to onboard more people and have them in. So I think the cool thing is that we have an influx of new people. They're coming in, but they're also asking, since they're new, they're asking like, oh, how do I enter the game? How do I set up this vault? How do I get characters? How do I do these different strategies? And I think we haven't done that for a while since our major patch updates were, I think, probably like a few months ago, like 6 months ago. But then us getting used to that and onboarding all these people with like a high volume, I think we do need to prioritize that. And I think the cool thing is that since we had such a passionate core base for so long, we have people like Isam, Sharoon, Imaru to like who are here right now to help answer questions, and we also have our moderators and have me, Mochuk, and the team helping out with that too. So yeah, right now we're focusing on onboarding all the new people that came in, and I think we're constantly gonna still try to grow too. Like we have our collaborations today with the Balthazar fam right here. Then we have future ones that are upcoming. Then we have our other old partnerships too that we're also fostering too. We're also talking to some guilds right now too, and other possible blockchains too, and also to prioritize onboarding to the Polygon blockchain too. I'm super excited to partner with those different people in the Polygon ecosystem. Then yeah, I
Yeah.
think for yeah. Oh, go ahead, Luca.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys got a lot of great ideas and things for connecting with other Web3 gamers. I'm curious, do you have marketing strategies and ways to target maybe people that have never stepped into a Web3 game? Especially, I'm thinking, how do you target those people who already like anime styled games, but maybe just aren't interested in crypto?
Yeah, that's a super great question. So then I think something we've observed is that the YouTube Shorts is like starting to like take over the YouTube feed from like probably inspiration from TikTok and stuff. So then I think the marketing team's like brainstorming different ways we can do more of that, like YouTube Shorts to have more gameplay tutorials, have more gameplay footage, then also to continue streaming on Twitch to bringing that audience to, and then I think we're also open to expanding to other ones too. Like I think I've noticed that Instagram is like starting to be a lot more friendly to like Web3 and everything than maybe TikTok too. That I think the marketing team is constantly monitoring the best ways to go about that. So yeah, we're very excited to see how to onboard more mainstream people too.
Sweet. All right, well, we got about 5 or 6 minutes yet, so maybe we'll do some rapid fire. Sorry if we don't get to every single question, but of course, Trades Giving, you are very active here, and we appreciate that. So, of course, if any question doesn't get answered, Trades Giving will be around. You can just probably tag him directly. Is that good with you?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Cool. So someone asked about specifically choosing the BNB chain. Some people are worried that it's kind of the scammers playground. I've also heard it just kind of termed as that's the play to earn section, and other gamers aren't interested in B&B games. Do you feel like that's true? Are you guys good with the B&B chain? I think you're also talking about Polygon now. What's your thoughts on chain?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, I find it really interesting that each ecosystem has their own like different people that they prefer being on there. So I think that's a major factor why we're also onboarding to Polygon. So like I think BB chain tends to be more popular with like the more overall like Asian regions, and then Polygon they have all these amazing partnerships. Like I remember they just had of like MasterCard, Nike, and Starbucks, Reddit, and everything. So then I think the Polygon chain will be really awesome to integrate more of the other audiences from like North America, Europe, and everywhere else too. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. Then so far, BNB chain has been awesome so far, but I think with Polygon, with their lower gas fees, their mainstream partners, and like a more overall mainstream audience, I think that's gonna be really awesome for us. Then we're also exploring other blockchains and ecosystems to integrate too.
Cool. Umaro has a lot of good questions there. It seems pretty specific to the game, so maybe you can answer some of those later on. But I'm interested. They asked about new players in this new model and patch. Can you have you guys seen any results of new players coming in during this patch and what the experience has been so far?
Yeah, great questions, Umar. Shout out to Umar too. She's also one of our most loyal members, active members too. And
Sweet.
yeah, so then yeah, there's been a lot of new players coming in. So yeah, we've just been busy onboarding them, teaching them how to enter the game and stuff. So then I think the cool thing about before we didn't have the free B heroes that they can mint for a gas fee. So then having that come in to have players who try out the game to just pay a gas fee, then they're able to try it. I think that's really awesome. Then I think a lot of new players they're attracted by the new characters, and also they like the different social gameplay from Guild Wars. So then I think having the old players and also the team like come in and help onboard them will be really cool. So yeah, I think we've had a lot of new players talk about how they really enjoy the artwork and the skill animations and us being mobile. So then yeah, I think we just have to do a really great job of onboarding them and bringing these new people in.
Cool.
Very excited to have them in for sure.
Awesome. Glad to hear there's more players coming in. That's always a positive thing for Defina, but also just the whole, Web3 gaming ecosystem. Yanar wants to know,
Right.
what about the skills of those characters? I'm assuming this is when we're showing off the game. Are they somehow related to their name and background story?
Oh yeah, they are. Like I think each one has their own like unique skills are super fun to watch. Then let me see. I can probably go on our YouTube channel. We have a bunch of those different alts. Let me see. Let me pull it up right now. I can send it in the chat. YouTube videos. Yeah, so then you can check out the hyper skills here. Let me tag Yanar. Yeah, so we have a bunch of those hyper skill videos up if you want to check out different hyper skills and that. They're all like super fun to watch.
Sweet. And let's see. Koala also asking, how are things going to be affected when you guys migrate chains? Are you guys migrating chains or just having multiple chains open?
Right now, we're still discussing all the details of Polygon, but I think we're probably going to have a new server on there. But then we're also discussing how to get people who played on B2B to benefit from that. So, like, I think some ideas, like we talk for devs, like XS, shout out to him. I think he was like, oh, if we do decide to have characters transfer, they can maybe have the NFT locked on the BB chain, they transfer over to Polygon. Then if they want to transfer it back, they unlock the BB chain and then they lock down the Polygon NFT. So actually it's like super complex to like do it. So then I think the devs can probably answer that better in our Defina Discord. So yeah, I think we're working out all the details for that.
Sweet. I think you touched on Ross's question earlier, but just maybe if we haven't, or if you have anything to add. When you buy a mystery box and mint a hero, is all the levels and character skills on chain? If you're able to raise a hero to level 80 and sell it, how do those skills and levels transfer?
Oh yeah, great question. Yeah, so the skills and levels they all transfer. I think when you transfer, I think you also lose 5 levels just to balance it out. But then overall, you still do keep your skills and the sub skills too, and levels too, and everything.
Cool. And then follow up, how does hero balancing patches work with data possibly being on chain? I'll add to that question too of, if I mint a hero and raise it to level 80, do you guys do balancing changes where, oh, maybe that level 80 hero is too overpowered and now you guys take away some of that power to balance the game?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that was something that we were discussing with the devs too. So then I think whenever there's like a big power imbalance, they always try to fix that. And then I think with the new system, with the different equipment and the skill enhancing star map system, I think there's different ways then people can balance out their character's strengths and weaknesses too. Then I was also discussing with devs whether we can rotate seasons, like maybe some seasons different elements and items are stronger than others, or factions are stronger than others. Then other seasons they're different. So I think they're constantly working on that. So then I think right now we just have to monitor how this new system of the different equipment, different star map system will do to balance it. But overall, I think it'll be a good balance. But yeah, we'll have to monitor and see, and we'll adjust from there for sure.
Okay. And then I think we're jumping to our last one here. This one's a bit of an opinionated one, so I'll let you answer it how you, whatever way you want to. Koala is asking, would you be willing to tone down the over-sexualization and cringe to reach a broader audience?
Let me react to that real quick. Yep.
There you go.
Yep, that's my answer. That's it. No, just kidding. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's a great point you brought up. Like the anime and the more adult feel definitely could turn people off. Like I remember reaching out to more wholesome content creators, and they're like, "Oh, Defina looks fun." And then they looked on our website, they're like, "Oh my god, this is like outrageous." But then yeah. So I guess it's different tastes for everyone. But yeah, I think different characters have more wholesome appearances too. Like my favorite character Hanzo and also my favorite character Hector, they all have more wholesome ones, while the more outlandish ones, like we have a Morgan and Hercules and stuff, they have a lot more revealing. So I think I think depending on what your preferences are, you can select different characters, and yeah, you can see from there for sure.
Yeah, and as I said, a heavily opinionated question, and part of that is just who is your audience, right? Like it's some of those decisions you just got to make of who am I targeting in my audience, and why are we doing it. And yeah, for any game they have to make those decisions, and it might turn away some players, but it might capture other players, right? So it sounds like that's something that Defina has just decided that that's who they're targeting. Is am I understanding that right?
Yeah, exactly. So then having those different artworks can target those people, that, and also balancing out with having those more wholesome characters artwork will balance it out for sure.
Awesome. Well, it's been a good one, Tradesgiving. I appreciate you being here. I have some of my favorite questions or people in mind that have participated and asked some solid questions here throughout or yesterday. Is there anyone that you want to nominate, or do you just want me to pick all 5 for the NFT giveaways?
Yeah, I completely trust your opinion. So yeah, feel free to select 5 you want. And yeah, so yeah, appreciate everyone coming on here. And yeah, it's been like I mentioned before, it's been awesome just like reading all of your guys' like research reports for the past like year and a half, and then being able to like come full circle to being able to come on here to talk about one of my favorite projects. It's like a dream come true for sure. So yeah, thank you for giving us this platform, and for all the Defina Knights and people, our community members, and all the Bowser fam for coming in here. It's super awesome.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you on. Tomorrow, of course, a little tease, we'll have JoJo from Castle Blackwater presenting their game as well. So that will be a lot of fun. Some giveaways there as well. Some excellent tokenomic discussions, as well as showing off the game. So that's going to be pretty exciting. But let's pick some winners. Tradesgiving. What do these winners need to? Is it just send the BNB wallet address, or is there something more that they need to do?
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, feel free to DM me your BNB wallet to send a prize to, and can't wait for you guys to play the game. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you want to, you can DM trades given, they'll figure that out. Or if you're uncomfortable with DMs and you have them turned off, you can always open up a ticket here in our Balthazar Discord, and we'll just get that information to trades giving for you. So our 5 winners, drum roll please. Today I have selected, we're not going to read their individual questions because most of these people submitted lots of questions. So our 5 today is Showrune, Isam, Koala, Ico Beast, and Leroy. Congrats to you guys getting those 5 NFTs. So again, we'll just need BNB wallets. You can either DM trades giving or open up a ticket here in Balthazar Discord. We'll get those to you guys. If you guys didn't win today, I'm sorry. Thank you guys for being here anyways. And tomorrow, again, we have 2 NFT giveaways from Castle of Blackwater. So you'll have another shot. Of course, we have I don't know, Nico, if you're active here, but we also have the Aurora giveaway. We also have the Citizen Conflict giveaway on our Twitter. So those should be announced here soon if they haven't been already. So make sure to participate in those. Trades giving, thanks so much for being here. Anything else you want to shout out before we jump off?
Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for having me, Luke, and always appreciate our discussions of you, Brad, and the other Balthazar fam. And shouts to everyone for coming on here, and it's been super fun. So can't wait to see you guys in our Discord and our game, and then hopefully we can battle it out on good wars and PvP and stuff. And yeah, looking forward to how else Balthazar DAO grows for sure. So I think it's really cool seeing the Discord grow very nicely. Like there's some really awesome contributing people here, and very excited to see how everyone grows. So hopefully we're able to grow together. It'll be fun.
Awesome. That's our hope. Let's make Web3 gaming better together. That's really the goal. So thanks again, Trades Giving, everyone, for showing up. Really appreciate it. If you missed part of the conversation, we'll try to get a recording up next week for people to take a listen as well. But for now, peace out. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day and take care, everyone.
So take care. See y'all.